I always forget how much you throw off the white balance.
Why?
Like if I become more like white almost. See, I like more yellow now. Yeah, you throw up the white balance because it's the auto. I think it's your skin.
What?
Yeah.
Hold on.
White balance. Like, look, I'm almost more like blue.
Like if I put my hair up, does it?
I really think it's your face.
Okay, so I'm out.
Yeah, see, I'm more yellow now. Retrograde, how you doing? As we fool around with color.
No, it's my hair, I think.
You think so?
Yeah.
Wait.
My hair. Oh yeah, you do look right now.
Right?
My hair, I think.
Oh, I can see that too.
I think it's really my hair.
It's very possible. Hey Dan, how are you today, dude? Ooh, Comcast. That sucks.
20 years. That's how long Xbox has been with us. And like you, this is a moment I always look forward to. I love seeing the new games, crossing my fingers for my favorites to return, hoping for a few surprises. Most of all, though, I love seeing everyone around the world come together and celebrate what games mean to all of us. And I think, this past year, they've meant even more. Thank you for being with us today. Thank you for the support you give us and one another.
I did not expect him to
Xbox is turning 20. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the friendships we've had that whole time. At Bethesda, we believe video games do one thing better than anything else. They transport us. Through art and technology, there's real magic when you step into a new world and can make it your own. We've traveled the worlds of Elder Scrolls,
We're starting with
Fallout,
Starfield, aren't we?
and now, for the first time in over 25 years,
I was wrong. No Halo
we're creating a
start.
new universe.
I was wrong.
With Starfield.
I was wrong. I said they were going to
hundreds of years in our future, it's an epic about hope, our shared humanity, and answering our greatest mystery. It's a game we've dreamt of playing. And it wasn't until now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the team who's hard at work at home to make that dream a reality. We're excited to finally share our first in-game teaser and something to look forward to.
Teaser, he said. In-game, though.
Alpha in-game footage.
Creation Engine 2.
We have you on scanners.
Someone said they probably ended up starting with this because
Performing road systems check. Helium-3 tanks check. Seals are intact.
Just cuts to Destiny 2.
We are still go.
They say
vibes.
the wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family. What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array full check. Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
That's a date. That's a release date.
Series X has
Confirmed Microsoft exclusive, which I mean, yeah.
on Game Pass.
On Game Pass. Yeah, day one Game Pass, everything's going to be... Yeah, there you go. If you had any questions, there you go. Xbox exclusive. Oh. I mean, even just the, even all of this stuff of people saying that it was going to be, Elder Scrolls 6. Everyone's saying that Redfall was definitely the name was for Elder Scrolls 6. That was speculation. That was never confirmed. Thomas Kelly, that's a good point. Yeah, that's probably CG. It's probably not in engine, because they would have specified if it was. Oh, love you. Have a good day. Trash? Yeah, I got it. Literally, I think the reason people thought that was just, you know, all the news articles, all of... all of these news articles, all these YouTubers like, oh, Redfall, blah, 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 and they were just, like, building off of that. They were going off of literally just, like, a trademark to be like, yes, this is clearly the Elder Scrolls. Meanwhile, it seems that Arcane has been working on this for a while. Arcane has been planning this for a while, if they've had the trademark for this long. I'm not surprised about Starfield not having a gameplay trailer, given that it's late 2022. If anything, it means that we'll have that big showcase for Starfield next year. This time next year, this coming year's E3, next year's E3, is when we will have all of that. When we'll have the, like, 10, 20, 30-minute showcase, specifically for Starfield. But we saw an in-engine reveal. We saw an in-engine reveal for Starfield. We're going to watch that right now. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to get a teaser for the Elder Scrolls 6 for a while. We're not going to get it until at least a year or two after Starfield is out. Starfield is the focus. Alright, if that's linked in the Discord, I will watch that as well. If that's in the Discord, Thomas Kelly, I'll definitely pull that up. Yeah, post it in games, and I'll pull that up.
Performing remote systems check. Helium-3 tanks check. Seals are intact.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. They just left my monitors just on the front porch. Oh. So Sarah was like, hey, they're here. And I was like, what? Like, alright, I'll come get them. Yeah, they're, Samsung business monitors, 2 HDMI and 1 display port each. They were really well rated, and I love Samsung's stuff. I love their monitors, I love their screens. Oh. Alright. So yeah. It wasn't too much. It was actually pretty reasonable. I think it was $300 for the 2 monitors, which I paid $120 for each of these monitors 8 years ago, just about, so not bad.
We're still go.
Hey, Todd, how are you? How was the rest of your stream last night? Honestly, mainly, I just needed the more ports. I just needed better ports, because I only have 1 HDMI and 1 DVI and 1 VGA on these.
They say the wonder is not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it.
We're gonna
You're part of
We're gonna go through this
now.
a few times. We're gonna go through this a couple
Part
times.
of our family. What you found It's the key to unlocking everything.
This is Starfield, Taj. Yep.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've
Alright,
come to the
let's go.
beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure.
1080p monitors. I did not go for 10K. Or 4K, no. There's no reason
Your space
to.
lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
I just want to say, I love that. The
You are go for launch.
That was clever. That was really smart. Go for launch. I like that. Right, Mux? That's great. So on Skyrim's 11th anniversary. It definitely looks a little bit more hard sci-fi. Join Constellation. It sounds like Constellation is going to be the name of... we're gonna go through this a few times. Constellation sounds like it's going to be the group or the initiative for space travel. I really love the style that they went for this. At first, the interior of the ship reminded me a lot of... It reminded me a lot of Fallout 4's kind of like vaults.
Seals are intact.
Yeah, ethanol, I can touch on that in a second too.
We are still go.
There's a few moments that I want to pause in this. Now, truth be told, my very first reaction to this was... this reminds me quite a bit of Fallout 4, not in terms of lighting, but in terms of some of the kind of like architecture and design. I don't know if it's just me. It reminds me a little bit of almost like some of the designs we have, some of the features that we have in the vaults. I really like the lights. Yeah, the color scheme I like. They did say Creation Engine 2, yes. But here's the other thing. Bethesda had commented that this was their biggest engine overhaul since the jump from Morrowind to Oblivion. So keep that in mind. This is also supposed to be alpha gameplay, I believe they said. Alpha in-game footage, Creation Engine 2. Yeah. Yeah, PJ's, nets and everything would mean no artificial gravity, which would be more, like you said, hard sci-fi.
Helium-3 tanks checked. Seals are intact.
It does a vertical takeoff, too. We saw the vertical takeoff rockets and everything. The lighting looks really good. If we have good lighting for this, dynamic lighting for this, I'll be very happy. Yeah, everything seems like really secured and fastened. If it's in Creation Engine, I would imagine... Yeah, Creation Engine, I would imagine we're talking mods still. Oh, okay. Little touches like this. No magnetized objects on display. That's a cool little touch. Yeah, so PJ's maybe... The cargo hold is... Because this definitely looks like there would be artificial gravity then, because this is all just kind of like sitting around, this is all just laying around. Yeah, there was something flashing on the gun. I think that was just the ammo counter. 4 seats, yeah. I love the look of the displays and stuff. Can I just say, like, all these different displays look fantastic? There was a mech in the background, yes.
The wonder is...
Nova Galactic on the mug.
not that the
Yep.
field of stars...
Flight manual, Nova Galactic. Training protocols and advanced orbital telemetry. Chunks? I can't see what that says. Chunks? breed? Breed potato? That says breed potato, right? I was actually gonna say the detail on the bread is pretty cool. Looks like some sort of wine. Looks like either cereal or coffee. Oh, look at that, square tomatoes. Baked potato. Okay. That's actually a really nice touch. Square tomatoes because they're growing them in confines, or apples. Yeah.
Is so vast.
Gun, we have... Yeah, like you said, there is something on it. That's going to be the ammo counter,
But
the
that we have measured it.
exclamation point. That might just be a thing of like, oh, that's to let you know that it's not, like, connected to you. I'm guessing that's going to be some sort of, like, smart display for your HUD. So the exclamation point is like, oh, it's not currently synced up with you because you don't have it with you.
You're part of Constellation.
Do not use... Okay. It's the thing of, I don't want to, like, jump ahead and speculate too much, but I'm wondering if that means, like, oh, they can actually take damage and everything, and you have to repair them. The side up, front, property of Constellation. Constellation, once again, I think is going to be the name of the initiative that is allowed for all of this. Yeah, the Constellation Spacefarer's Guide. So, Constellation is either going to be, like, their equivalent of NASA or Blue Origin or SpaceX, or maybe it's going to be like a more specific thing of like, oh, Constellation is maybe like a specialty group within one of those. I hope it's exploration-focused PJs. I would be good for that.
Now, part of our family. What you found.
Security does not have a sense of humor. Vasco, we're out of tranquility. Do not... I don't know what that says. I like the duct tape. I don't know why, I like the duct tape. One thing is, it all looks very detailed. And granted, this is a trailer, so it's meant to be very detailed, but... I love the color scheme, I agree. The art style that we're seeing right now, I really like. And that's also the robot that we see a little bit later in front of the ship. There's actually a shot where you'll see the robot in front of the ship just on the planet, and then you also see him very briefly on the ship before it takes off.
It's the key to unlock.
Okay, rotating rings. We have so far been unable to determine what happens in the center. It could be. I kind of want to go back and I want to watch the very beginning of the presentation when Todd Howard was saying it's like, oh, exploring and all that. He gave like a very slight hint to stuff before we started this.
Looking everything.
I just want to say that the lighting looks on point. The lighting looks fantastic.
Everything.
Like, look at that.
We reach your constellation.
Look at it.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of
So there's the robot from all the pictures in our cabin. But the reason I wonder about if there's going to be a more interactive flight mode is the amount of detail just on the console and stuff. Like, all these controls, which I love how detailed it is, how many switches and everything there are. But I'm wondering myself.
humanity's final journey.
So yeah, you see the robot down there.
Graviton loop array spool.
Yes, it will be on PC as well. We'll go over that at the end.
Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
So see, your robot does come on the ship. So that is going to be some sort of companion or tool or something.
Main engines go.
like BJ said, vertical takeoff for the ship.
To discover what's...
Here's the other thing. I'm assuming there is no... what's it called? There's not going to be some sort of interior oxygen or anything, because you're still wearing your helmet. I know you're just taking off, but I'm wondering if they're going to have it where there isn't oxygen on the ship. Well, no, that wouldn't make sense, because you have food. There was just, like, regular food laying about, so... Okay.
Out there.
I'm speculating. I'm speculating too much.
Go for launch.
Oh, it'll handle the launch G-force. That's a very good point, Dave. Cool. Exactly, yeah, Ethanol. It could just very well be for looks, like we just didn't have our character take off the helmet. I'm probably speculating a little bit too much. I'm probably looking into it a little bit too much. Okay. So yeah, here you go. Bethesda, Xbox Series X and S, PC game. Next gen only. On PC. No PlayStation. Let me take a look. StarfieldGame.com. Tom, you have a PC. Oh, Starfield is the first new universe in 25 years from Bethesda Game Studios, the award-winning creators of the Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim, and Fallout 4. In this next-generation role-playing game set amongst the stars, create any character you want and explore with unparalleled freedom as you embark on an epic journey to answer humanity's greatest mystery. This confirms a few things. Role-playing game, character creation, freedom, exploration, story-focused. Where do babies come from? Mux, clearly they come from space. Obviously, that's what they're saying here. Also, when's the next thing? Square Enix is a little later, right? Join Constellation. Be among the first to receive news and updates on everything. Join Constellation today and start your adventure. I gotta say, I love the design that they've gone for. I love the colors and everything. It feels... Like PJ said, it feels more hard sci-fi, which I'm down with. It reminds me a little bit of, say, The Expanse, almost. Okay, sweet. Let me take a look at all of that right now. Is that all in games? Starfield will be our first game to use Creation Engine 2. We spent years developing it to power the next generation of immersion and exploration. Once again, they have flat out said this is the biggest engine update. The biggest overhaul they've done since Morrowind to Oblivion. So I feel like that says something there. I feel like that says... yeah, to anyone who got a sub from our good friend, in fact, Menace, I hope you enjoy. You get access to the emotes, you get access to our Discord, which is exclusive to subs and Patreon members, and, of course, ad-free viewing. We got the emotes, the Discord, all of it. And Mux, I just saw... I just noticed it in my goddamn feed that you did it while I was gone. Oh... Thank you so much, Mux. Thank you for the tier 3. Sneaky, but, I caught on, eventually. I still can't believe. I mean, I can believe it, but... Redfall isn't the title for the Elder Scrolls 6. Oh my god. Oh. I didn't, Lackadaisy, I did not. Alright, so let's see. The making of Starfield. 2 minutes. Alright, let's watch this. The Redfall thing is gonna give me so many laughs. Here's the thing. There are so many fucking videos on YouTube that are like, Redfall will have this and this. It is the Elder Scrolls 6. And now, all those videos look stupid. And I'm sitting here laughing. Ken is calling for a recount.
At Bethesda Game Studios, we love to create experiences that, through art and technology, transport you. We've brought that to many worlds, but never to what's above us. When we look to the sky, we wonder if we're alone,
Right, Dragonfart,
what's out
right?
there, what our future holds. In some ways, since every element in each of us is from the stars, we want to return. Starfield is our first new universe in over 25 years. It's a game we've dreamt of playing. And it's only now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the experience to push that we have the hardware.
Do you see the little
it's
the
only
alien
now.
creatures? Which probably they're not going to be like sentient or anything. They're just going to be like little monsters we got to kill and stuff. But ooh, which granted, if we didn't have any sort of like extraterrestrial life, even just like monsters and stuff, that would be disappointing. But still, that's a first glimpse at that.
We have the hardware, the technology, and the experience to push our creative boundaries even further. In it, we invite you to join Constellation,
Oh,
the last group
okay,
of
so
space
we'll have
explorers.
cities.
It's a next-generation role-playing game where you'll be who you want, go where you want, experience our stories, and forge your own.
Look at the settlements.
More than that, Starfield's about hope, our shared humanity, and searching for the answers to life's greatest mystery. We have a lot to share.
So
For the first time, we'll provide an inside look at the
here's my question for you. What do you think they mean when they say humanity's greatest question? My assumption from that is, are we alone? I think he means, are we the only people out here? Okay, lackadaisy, you and me. Same page. One brain cell. Where do babies come from? Yeah, the babies aren't in space. They're the other people. Oh. So, my best bet... And, okay, once again, all speculation. This is just me throwing shit at the walls and guessing. I don't think we've had a lot of games that have really handled first contact. I would love to see a game that handles first contact with an alien civilization well.
the inspiration and process behind Starfield. We hope you'll join Constellation.
Wait,
and go with us on the journey.
whoa. Is this gonna be like a collector's edition? Hold up.
We hope you'll join
Hold up.
Constellation
I'm buying that.
and go with us
I'm
on the
buying
journey
that.
as we craft our next epic.
100% a buy. 100% a buy. Mux, I can see it be the thing of like we start off finding ruins and then that leads to like
Holds.
why we're going through this
In some
exploration
ways-
and everything. I'm muting this so I can just like go through this again. But yeah, one thing that stands out is the variety in terms of those cities. Like, we saw a few different cities and civilizations, and already I love the diversity in terms of those. We're already seeing diverse locations, diverse worlds. And here's the other thing that we often run into in sci-fi, and I don't know if you guys have noticed it or have criticisms of it. You ever notice that how in a lot of sci-fi we have planets that are just all one thing? It's like, oh, this planet is entirely ice, this planet is entirely desert, and I realize that we have a lot of planets in our solar system that are all just one thing, just one terrain, one biome, but look at Earth. Earth is very diverse. We're going to have other planets that are going to be diverse as well. We're seeing multiple biomes. I would be fine with one planet having multiple biomes and exploring more of one planet. So maybe instead of like doing like 10 planets and each one is a different biome, have 4 or 5 planets, or even 3 or 4 planets, and have different landing zones. So yeah, we can see the different city styles. We have like a very grandiose city. We have spaceports. Oh, that city. Okay, hold on. I love that. So it seems this isn't going to be at like the very, very start of our spacefaring adventures. It seems like humanity's already begun settling in space, already started exploring in space and everything. I like this. This looks great. That looks really, really cool. Like almost like an oil derrick sci-fi city. Yeah, this is all the official stuff. This is all official. Right, Lackadaisy, right? Mocap. Scarlet Willow, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Oh, Nero, thank you so much. Thank you for continuing your gift sub. I really appreciate that. Oh, I want the watch. Right, Sammy? I really do. Here's the thing. It's going to be on Game Pass, which means I don't need to buy it. I absolutely don't need to buy it at all. But I'm buying it. Let's be real. Let's be completely honest here. So Thomas Kelly was nice enough to send me the screenshots for the Starfield interview, because otherwise I would have to sign up for a website that wants me to pay for shit, and no thanks. Alright. By now you'll have watched and likely rewatched the reveal trailer for Starfield, a brand new universe 25 years in the making from the RPG OGs behind the Elder Scrolls series of games and the latter-day world-swallowing installments of the Fallout franchise. You see I don't have an ad blocker. The 2-minute teaser debuted at Xbox's E3 virtual showcase gives nothing and everything away all at once. The short and superficially simple vignette of an unidentified astronaut prepping a ship to blast off into the great unknown contains a constellation, or constellation, if you will, of meticulously placed clues to help curious gamers start piecing together the game's world and lore. Which we were talking about a lot of that. Oh yeah, no, Danny, we know. Once again, Microsoft didn't buy Bethesda for $7.5 billion to be like, hey, release it on our competitor. Todd Howard. Firstly, there was a lot of blink and you'll miss them incidental details in the clip. Is this a deliberate ploy to get a guessing game going? Todd. Well, yes, it's two things. One is to show you that even though this is a game set in space, it has a lot of lived-in character and things that you would expect from our games. We like all this stuff. We start with the world and questions like, what do they eat? What do they write with? How do they order their books? If you look at the world around us, people think landscapes, and there's a lot of landscape in Starfield. But if you walk into a place where there's stuff everywhere, we sweat the details there. We want to know what all the buttons do. We model all the buttons. What do they eat? Do they eat buttons? Right, we spent a lot of time on that cheese sandwich, getting the right sheen on... Oh wait, salami and cheese sandwiches by the look of it. We spent a lot of time on the cheese sandwich. I noticed the bread texture, yeah. A piece of space cheese, we like that stuff, we geek out on it. Every button, I think, is labeled in the ship. Let's start with the obvious question. Who are we? Where are we? And what is Constellation? Well, the game is set about 300 years plus in our own future, and Constellation is this kind of last group of space explorers. It's like NASA meets Indiana Jones meets the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, a group of people that are still searching for answers. Okay. There's a lot of factions in the game, but that's the main one that you'll become a part of. It's kind of like Skyrim in terms of the structure of the game, where you're going to be who or what you want to be, and then there's different factions that you can join and carve your own path. So you have that one story that we're telling, and then we have a lot of other ones like we love to do. And our hope is that each player feels like they could say, here's who I want to be in this universe, and then we're giving them an outlet to express that. The voiceover is very dramatic. At one point, the narrative reveals, what you found is the key to unlocking everything. What have we found? What are we unlocking? I can't tell you. But we asked some big questions in the game, the kind that people have asked when they look to the sky, you know? What's out there? Why are we here? How do we get here? And we get into science, we get into religion. I really enjoyed thinking about those big questions. I see them in other forms of entertainment, and I think we have a unique way of presenting it with a game like this. Where maybe we don't have all the answers, but I think it's good to get people thinking. The gun placed on the table confirms there will be combat in the game, but what can we read into the blueprint of what appears to be an alien structure stuck on the wall? Does that allude to some sort of settlement or base building functionality? Todd Howard, KG, I don't want to interpret that as a blueprint. I wouldn't say that's a blueprint. If not a blueprint, then what was it? That's part of the mystery, and people will freeze frame that and start speculating. Definitely not a blueprint. Oh my god, ethanol. If people are looking at Starfield for Elder Scrolls 6, there's no hope. Literally, there's no fucking hope if you are going to the Starfield trailer looking for Elder Scrolls 6 details. You need to chill the fuck out if that is what you are doing. God damn it. At least we can agree on the ladder, which presumably means that, unlike in Skyrim, we can climb things. Well, climbing is not. Don't read too much into the ladder. It's a ladder to get you in and out of your spaceship. That's about it. We may have to clarify that. Exciting video game features, they're a pain in the ass. Having had the opportunity to watch the trailer a few times before our call, I did notice a real-world historical memoir, Sailing Alone Around the World on the Astronaut's Bookshelf. Author/explorer Joshua Slocum published the bestseller in 1900 after becoming the first person to sail single-handedly around the world. Is that a big hint at Starfield's narrative? I don't even think next year, no. I don't think we're going to get anything until a couple years after Starfield is out. We're not going to see anything for the Elder Scrolls 6 anytime soon. I'm telling you that right now. Don't expect it. I don't know how big it is, but a good catch. Slocum famously disappeared while sailing aboard his boat, the Spray, in 1909, never to be seen again. That is true. Is that of any relevance to the narrative of Starfield? It all has relevance. I'll just say that. The trailer ends with the astronaut inputting the coordinates of 11-11-22 into the ship's computer, which also happens to be the release date. Is there more significance to the number? I was about to say, I don't know how he's jumping to that. I didn't interpret it as ship coordinates. I literally interpreted it as the release date. And that's it. Like, that is a bit of a stretch, I feel. That is a little bit of a leap. Because they said, prepare for launch, 11-11-22. I didn't interpret that as being in-universe. I interpreted that as like, hey, fuckers, here's the release date. For the trailer, that is one that's breaking the fourth wall. That is there to reveal the release date. It does not have any in-world meaning, I can tell you that. Right, PJ's like, isn't that a bit of a stretch? What else is in the trailer? What else in the trailer did I miss? How many times did you watch it? 4. You still got a lot from 4. That was a pretty good job. That was pretty good job. Thank you. Are there any other big details you'd like to draw fans' attention to? Not that I want to call attention to. There's smaller ones. They will find them, though, eventually meaning probably in a few hours when you can stop every frame and look at it in 4K. There's a lot there. Todd Howard also spoke to the fan-fueled rumors and speculations which have circulated around the internet in lieu of any official information since Starfield's name-only reveal at E3 2018. If that initial tease, accompanied by a similar embryonic nod to the still untitled Elder Scrolls 6 game, seemed premature, then it's because it was, a very deliberate signal to fans that despite the then focus on the massively multiplayer experiment, Fallout 76, back at base, it was still very much business as usual. Exactly! That's what it was. It was like, hey, I know people don't necessarily want 76. We still like it. We're still making it. But for people who are worried, there are still going to be single-player RPGs. And they've confirmed on their website, on StarfieldGame.com, that it is an RPG. There's enough stuff out there, people are going to get some things right. There's a lot more wrong, but it's okay. It's good. One rumor that really seemed to capture the imagination is that Tom Cruise stars in the game. Todd Howard, I did see that one. Is that true? No. Sorry, no as of today. You've got another year of development to go, right? Right, no, I really like Tom Cruise, I'll say that. I mean, I don't think they're getting Tom Cruise for the game. I think Todd is just like, yeah, I like Tom Cruise. If I could get him, that'd be great. Oh, alright, so... let me check. E3 schedule 2021. More coming on Monday. Okay, so we will catch up on that then. Screenings Presents. So we have an hour until Warner Brothers back for Blood.